Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, but the funny thing actually is that we just moved, and the weird thing is, you know, I had my camera in the box, and I had it at the very top of the box, and so when I guess it was raining that day, because for some reason the bottom of the box was all wet and stuff. I think it was just probably because I think I spilled some water or something. So when I was carrying the box, you know, like an idiot, I thought that I had the camera on top. I did have it on top, but for some reason, I guess when I picked up the box, I actually picked it upside down, because at the top of the box I didn't tape it, I just folded in, and when I saw the tape, I said, oh man, it's upside down. And the minute you know how when you already know something's gonna happen, but you know you're trying to react, but you already know what's gonna happen. So when I was walking up the stair step, all of a sudden I just heard a psh, just like a smack noise, like something just broke. And I picked up the camera, and you know the lens was all cracked, and everything was messed up. And so when I was actually trying to, I was gonna have it repaired, but when I went to the repairman, he told me that it would actually be less expensive if I just bought a new camera instead of just fixing it. Because for some reason I shattered the inside, shattered the glass, the inside. He told me that, you know, I would have to fix the memory, well, not the memory, but like the memory thing that holds the memory card to make the memory stuff. And yeah, and he said that I shattered. He said, did you drop this like on a rock or something? Because I shattered the whole inside. And okay, enough about that. And so yeah, now I'm on my new camera. Hopefully, I think it's the view. I think the graphics or the HD may be a little bit better on this camera. And I actually got a good deal on it. And the thing I want to talk about this video is, you know, I'm going to talk about Proscout, but I'm doing more of a second introduction, because my first video, the last time I posted that was 2 months ago. You know, I had to get a new camera and stuff, so I haven't had time to make a new video, which I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me, but trust me. For this video, I'm going to talk more about, you know, what's been going on, you know, about Proscout, and about, you know, your questions. And for the people that ask me the price, I'm pretty sure it's $750 for newcomers. But if you are already if this is your second time attending, it's only $240 for Dallas. I don't know where other locations, because I live in Dallas, Texas, and that's for mine. And I've decided that I'm actually going to the Proscout event. I'm gonna do Proscout again. I'm going to the May 5th through May 6th event for Dallas, Texas. And you know, this video I'm just gonna talk about, you know, like how, you know, about like I said, what's been going on, what I've been doing lately. And you know, feel free if you have questions, or if you have, you know, monologues, send me video responses. You know, I'll tell you what I think about it. And trust me, I would never leave bad comments. That's one thing about me. I don't like making people, you know, I like to make people happy. You know, making people sad is not something that I feel good about. You know, knowing that you hurt somebody's feelings, you know, that you've been mean to them is like something that I don't like to do. I'd rather, you know, I'd rather be embarrassed than talk about somebody, because that's one thing I'm like, I don't feel good about myself when I, you know, disrespect other people. And oh yeah, and look, Mass Effect 3, yep, I'm a huge Mass Effect 3 fan. And I'm gonna talk about Proscout, and just, I mean, if you don't want to see this, you can fast forward, but you know, this is just me talking about what's been going on since I've been recording videos. And the one question I want to ask you guys is, have you seen Hunger Games? That movie was amazing. Hunger Games, that movie was amazing. You know, the thing was, after I watched the movie, I read the book then. That's when I started reading the books, because, you know, I didn't want to read the book because I didn't want to expect what was coming. You know, I didn't know anything about Hunger Games. I didn't want to read a book because I didn't want it to spoil what would happen. And I've got to say, Hunger Games, that movie was amazing. You know, and then after that, I watched Hunger Games. I went to Barnes & Noble immediately the next day. I said, Mom, can I please go to Barnes & Noble? She's like, yes. And I got the Hunger Games book. And the thing about it is, you know, they kind of left off quite a bit, you know. But I know that's how you have to do, like in movies. They have to leave. They can't, if they put everything from the book to the movie, they transferred all from the book to the movie. It would be a long movie. But the one thing that I wish they, you know, I love Hunger Games. I'm a huge Hunger Games fan. And the thing that, you know, I wish they would have added from the book to the movie was the fight between Thresh and Kato. Because in the movie, you know, sorry guys, this may be a little spoiler alert, but you know, if you don't, you can fast forward. It may be a little spoiler alert, but you know, in the movie, he gets killed by a pack of dogs. And you know, at first, okay, that's normal. Then, you know, when I read the book afterward, I realized that he got in a fight with Kato. And that's one thing that should have added, because remember, seeing Thresh, like the Thresh fight Kato, that's something that I would love to see. That would be amazing to watch. That would have made the movie more big. But, you know, it was good, though. And the scene that I mainly liked was where, you know, they were going to, I don't know, it's like a little hovercraft that pushed them up to the arena. And the cool part I liked about it was where you know, when they had all the weapons and stuff, and then when they had the weapons, and then when Katniss, she saw the bow and arrow, because that's her specialty, was the bow and arrow. She was amazing, a hunter. She would look at Peeta, you know, she saw the arrow, she knew that was what she wanted, and she turned and looked at Peeta. She knew Peeta did his hair like this, and then once she looked forward, once the bell rung sound, Peeta was the only smart one that ran to the bushes, that ran to the trees. That made the movie more, you know, intense, made it more, you know, amazing. And you know, the book's amazing. I already finished Hunger Games. I'm right now reading Catching Fire. People say Mockingjade's the best, in which, you know, I was gonna skip to Mockingjay, but I wanted to have the full experience of Hunger Games. So I'm reading Catching Fire now. Okay, enough of that now. Now let's talk about Proscout. Okay, for me, I'm doing Proscout because, you know, I did it the first time, and the time I didn't take it serious. You know, like my previous video, I told you guys I didn't take Proscout as serious as I should. Like I said, I changed the monologue the day before because, you know, at the time I was like 14, and right now I'm 16. I'm 16 right now, and you know, I was 14. I just, you know, I liked acting, but I didn't know much about it. I didn't take it seriously, so I didn't really care for, you know, if I didn't know the monologue or not. But now I take it a lot more serious now. And I'm gonna make after this, I'm gonna make another video about me performing my monologue. I'm gonna show you. And you know, and one thing about Proscout is, you know, you gotta. A lot of people tell me that you know, they're nervous. They're nervous because they gotta perform in front of so many people, or you have to perform and there's a line of people behind you. Remember this though. Remember, you shouldn't be nervous because, you know, I used to be just like that. I used to always be nervous about what people thought, you know, what they really thought about, you know, how I performed. But one thing you gotta realize is this. Everybody, they're doing the same thing you're doing. They're there to do a monologue too. They're not going to worry about how you perform. They're going to be, all they're going to be thinking is about them remembering the lines, and, you know, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. They're not really going to, you know, think about you because they're too much thinking about what they have to do. And, you know, like I said, and there's two quotes that I heard that really, you know, got to me where, like I said, never let somebody tell you no if they can't tell you yes. Which means, like, let's say you want to be a football player, and one of your teammates say you will never be a football player. Say this: Are you a football scout? If you can't scout me, then how can you tell me no if you can't scout me? That's one thing. Another phrase I heard was, you can't get to the other side of the river just by staring at the water. Which means if you want this, if you want acting, if this is what you want to do, go for it. Make sure when you go to those aids and give it your 100%. Don't give it 50. Don't give it 75. Give it your 100% commitment. Because if you do your determination, your commitment, the aides say, okay, this kid, he's serious. He must really want this. And, you know, the thing is that never let somebody tell you no. Never let somebody tell you. If they can't tell you yes, if they can't tell you yes, don't let them tell you no. I mean, you know, just go there with your 100%. And you know, one thing I would like to say is that if you're nervous, it's okay. I mean, if you're not nervous, then you're not a human being. I mean, everybody gets nervous. You know, you don't have to deny about, you know, I'm nervous. You just, like I said, if you're nervous, find a way to make it fun. You know, like if you're nervous, you know, maybe shake your body, go like this, you know, like get it out of your system. But, you know, that's one thing I want to talk about. Just make sure if you're nervous, think of ways. Look online, go to YouTube, think of ways how to, you know, get rid of the nervousness to get you prepared for Proscout. And the one thing I want to talk to is about Proscout. You have questions. If you've never been to Proscout before, after you get through the first audition, you have a second audition. Well, not really a second audition, more of a performance in front of all the agents, you know. And I think if you want to be an actor, you know, if you really want this, if you're nervous about it and you say, I don't think Proscout's for me, remember, it is for you. Because if it wasn't for you, you would have never thought of Proscout. You never thought about, okay, maybe I want to do this. Because if you didn't want it, you wouldn't really care about it. You know, so that's how I know you're really serious. If you want 100%, go for it. Give it all you got. Because remember, you don't know what could happen. You know, one day you could be having the worst day of your life. The next day you can be a major motion picture movie. You never know what happened. Don't say, oh, this will never happen in a million years. You know, there's no point. You don't know that. You don't know what fate has for you. You don't know what God has for you. Always give it your 100% determination. And I want to talk about, after you get through the first audition, on Sunday, once you perform in front of all the agents, the one thing you have to be careful about is, you know, that I have to practice with too, is you have to speak in a microphone. And I know you're probably saying a microphone. What do you have to be scared of speaking in a microphone? Well, the thing about the microphone is, you know, when you talk, your voice projects around the whole auditorium. And it gets distracting because once you say something, you hear it echo around the room, and you kind of, you know, get a little nervous, like you hear it. But And one thing you have to watch out for is make sure your mouth is not, make sure you're not too close to the microphone. Because one time, if you get too close, you'll make that loud ring noise, like a loud ring noise. And so make sure, you know, you do your preparation, get ready. You know, please don't do what I did, guys. The last year that when I did the monologue day for practice. You know, I know you probably don't want to practice in front of your parents. You know, you might be nervous. Remember though, if you can practice in front of your parents, you can practice in front of everybody, anybody. So just, you know, and you know, if you may be nervous about, you know, if you're shy. Well, I used to be very shy. If you're shy, you know, say I don't want to do this because I'm outgoing. You know, you don't have to be outgoing. I mean, you know, you might have to be a little, you know, unshy, but think about it. Just go there and be you. Go there, have fun. You know, I know people say have fun. How can you have fun? You have to go and you have to perform in front of all these people. Well, let me tell you something. You gotta bring the fun inside. If you just go there all stressed, you know, all nervous, the agents, they might still pick you. Just make sure you don't show it. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. Just make sure when you perform your monologue, if you mess up, they don't know your monologue. Like this is where improv comes in. If you mess up on a monologue, you say like, let's say it's about where you're saying, look, I don't know if I can, and then you forget. Don't pause for like 30 seconds. Go like this. It's just, you know, try to, you know, put improv into it. And guys, I'm gonna make another video after this about my monologue. I'm gonna do another monologue and just I'm gonna show you guys, you know, my monologue. It may not be the best monologue, but I've been practicing. I wrote half of it and I'm still practicing more on it. So guys, trust me, and please give it your 100%. When you go to Proscout event, even if it's a few little words, give it your 100%. When you do a monologue, don't just say, okay, I'm gonna do this. No, put 100 dedication to it. If you go and don't be afraid to take risk. And when I say risk is, don't be afraid to put too much to it. You know, you can never put too much. Because remember though, when you go to Proscout, you don't have nothing to lose. The only thing you can lose is just you won't get an agent that day. But you know, you have nothing to lose because you get an agent, you get all you want. Just make sure, you know, it builds your confidence. If you're a shy, you know, inspiring actor, it builds you. It makes you more stronger because you put the 100% commitment. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can get in front of 100 people and perform. Not everybody can do that. So, you know, be proud of yourself. You know, always, you know, be determined to do this. Because remember, if you didn't want to be an actor, you would never even think about attending Proscout. And please rate, like, and comment. Please, guys, please send me some video responses of your monologues. I promise you, I promise if you just send me a video response, my next video is supposed to be me doing a monologue. But if you send me a video response, I promise you, I would send you, I would post another video about your monologue. I would say your name and I'll post a video in your monologue. But when you do the video response, make sure you don't have to say your name. You can say your YouTube name, but you know, because on the next video, I want you to know that I'm talking to you. So, you know, your next video, I'll do it for everybody. Your next video, just send a video response. You know, you don't have to be shy, you don't have to be nervous. Trust me. I'll never, like I said, I would never talk bad about you. No matter how. You know, I would never be mean to people. I would tell you, I mean, I won't lie like, oh, it's the best in the world, but I won't be mean though. I would tell you it was good. It's just that I would say put a little more of this and a little more of that, or lose a little less of this. And that's another thing I want to talk about. If you perform in front of an agent and, you know, they may say, here, I want to hear that again, but, you know, drop less of this. Don't be like, oh, I'm horrible, I messed up. No. That don't mean you messed up. That means you're good. Because if you weren't good, they would never ask to say that again. They want to hear what more you can bring to the table. And you know, guys, don't ever get intimidated. Don't ever get intimidated. Because you know, it might be your lucky day. You might be blessed at it. You might be the person looking for. You know, just never give up. And send me a video response to this video, and I promise you, if you don't want to leave your name, at least leave your YouTube name, so I can tell you how you did. You know, in the next video, I would say your name and I would tell you about your video response. And I promise you, I would never be mean to my fans. I would never be mean. So please, if you have any uploads you want to do, you can just upload them and tell me how you feel. Like, you know what? In your video response, ask me questions. Tell me how do you feel, or like, you know, ask me all the questions you have. You know, instead of leaving the comments, I want to have more interaction with my fans. I want to, you know, get one-on-one, talk to them. You know, and if it's 10 people, I'll make 10 videos that same day to your questions. And, you know, just tell me your name or your YouTube name if you're not comfortable telling me your name, you know. And then ask me any question you want. All the questions, ask me any question you want. And then perform your monologue. You know, anything you want to know, I'll let you know, okay? Thank you, fans. Thank you, yeah. Thank you.